I'm going to give you 3 ways to solve that left to right ball flight, solve the weak spinny shot. So first, long form instructional content. To prep for this, I was looking at the most searched things on the site. Seems like you all want your slice fixed. I've given thousands of lessons in person online, and this is what's worked for me. We're going to look at some feels, some drills, concepts also. So first thing that we need to make sure you understand where that slice is coming from, and it's going to be a club face issue. So right-handed player, as you work into the ball, you're going to have the face open or excessively open to the path. Slice is something that starts left of target and moves further right. So your impact is looking somewhere there. If I play one here, let me get some setup variables for slice within a big left to right shot here. Starts left, sails off. 12 foot here, you wouldn't want to see that in a few weeks. The first place I would go, if this was a lesson, you were in front of me, we would look at your setup variables. There's a whole load of things that would be more kind of fade or slice orientated. Let's go first with the hold, the grip. I'd want to check that the glove hand was turned a little bit more over, okay? The kind of V here towards the right side. Now further to that, this elbow would want to point more externally if you were looking for something that was more draw biased or something that would allow the club to get a little more shut or a little stronger. If I look at the bottom hand or take the bottom hand, it's going to come on sideways. And again, it's going to sit where there's a V created here that's somewhere towards the right shoulder or even more underneath. If I double down on that and I work this hand really underneath, this is someone really set up to hook the ball. Chances are you're not there if you're hitting the big left to right. Bottom hand, you can look at the elbows too. As this elbow works more in, that is more draw bias, hook bias. As it works more out, it's more slice. So I would typically see someone that starts to get either one hand, one elbow, or both of them on the weaker side. This goes more in, this goes more around, this goes more over. This is someone that's going to really only hit one ball flight. As you look at that down the line, you'll start to see, if I was to hold in that fashion, that my elbows are all aimed up left, that the shoulders start to go left. So you would want to take care of the setup variables. See if this suits, or see if this is hitting with kind of your action. Film your swing, see where you're at setup. Further to that, dead easy one's alignment. I like to use the heels, it's a better way to see, but if you look where these heels are, you might start to see someone open. It allows them to swing across the ball. You can see where that's going. If I take left hand, super weak, left elbow, super weak, right hand over, right elbow weak, you're going to see this setup. If I take a left aim, ball position, the further forward, the more likely it is to fade it or to slice it. Now if I swing from here, there's only one flight that's coming. It's pretty hard to do anything other than what you're seeing there. Wow, that's really short. So, those setup variables, you need to check. You need to check your hold, elbows, where your lines are. If you can start to get something that is more towards the draw side, you've got the initial place. So first things, you've taken care of the setup variables. That is likely to get this club face stronger on the way down. Club face more turned down rather than wide open. Face first, and we've got some good concepts there. Now, let's work in swing. So, what I will tend to see for a slicer is someone who cannot get very deep. So, at the top of the backswing, the hand is more this way, the club is more in front. You might see someone load into their toes. And from here, the only useful way to get to the ball is this way, which gets path left, coupled with the face issues, and away we go. Generally, because the face is open, people find a way to swing left to get something functional. So, how do we get deeper at the top? How do you wind up in a way where the glove hand gets more behind you, where more weight gets into the heel, where the right hip loads? Those are really the feels that you need to take. A very useful drill, very good way to start this off, is that set up, raise the right toe, and wind up to the top. You'll feel yourself work into the heels. You start to get the right type of pressure, right type of shift, in order to have room to move into the ball, and room to move into the ball from a shallower position. So right toe up. You can see there immediately I'm starting to get a different shape. That's why you're pursuing a draw. Take some of the spin off, the ball goes further. That's a nice tool, right toe up, working deeper. What that's allowing you to do is actually to stay closed for longer. This lower body's not firing from the top, shoulders aren't firing from the top. That's another place that you're going to see guys go. So a great feel, a great kind of swing thought would be to stay shut for as long as you can, to get the club shallow and to get the path more into out, which couples with draw feeling. I'm going to try and stay closed, set up variables a little more on the draw side. And there we're starting up right, drawing in. Does tend to go a lot further with a draw, in fairness. That's what I'll be doing backswing wise. And then the third tip with slicers, they will fail to load behind the ball. So they will a lot of the time stay forward, kind of this fashion. From here, you cannot shift and shallow in a way that gives you functional strike. It doesn't work. So you've got to find a way to load and get behind the ball. It's a great thought. It's a great way to kind of hit a draw, if you like. So you'll see here as I play this shot, I'm going to try chin up a bit, get the left shoulder working under the chin, and start to get myself to where I'm more behind the ball, so I've got room to shift, room to shallow and open. I hit one here, again draw bias, just to set up a little bit, load into the right side. Yeah, that one's slinging. And you know where to come when you want to solve your hook. We'll be flipping some of these round. Little drill you can do for that. Set up wise, club across shoulders, load into the right side. Try to get the head of the club behind the ball. And you're trying to get the sensation of room to shift this way and open. I'll show you from down the line, load behind it. That is someone who's about to play a strong draw. Okay, closing thoughts. How can you actually train this in? How can you take this to the course? So what I give guys is overtraining. Let's give you everything to force you to move the ball right to left. Move all the variables excessively, get the feels overdone. All the time with slices, just seeing the opposite ball flight is like a light bulb moment. And you can always rein it back in once you've found what overswing or overdraw is. So, glove hand, crank it over, elbow out, bottom hand under, okay? Ball position slightly back, heels, shoulders, forearms, everything on the close side. In swing, can we load behind the ball? Can we load deep? Can we stay shut? Face is strong, swing right, release the face. I want to get something starting out by the bridge here on 12 and working back in. Now draws, you're generally going to take the spin off, so this is going to go along with the green. But overtraining or overdoing is a great way to force something different. So I have got glove, manipulated strong, shut, closed. I'm going to work into the heels, try and get this ball whipping right to left. Awkwardly very good. fat at it. Once you start to really work the ball from the inside, it is easy for contact to go early. Let's have one more and try flush out. Everything towards draw, everything towards hook. Let's see what we can get. There we go, better strike. Starting upright, whipping back over the green, what we expected. It's a great way to train. Once you've got the feeling for that, I know when you're out there and playing like that, you'll be tuning into the How to Solve the Hook video. Find your middle ground. If I try and rebalance, trying to find square, I'm going to get my setup back to normal. Let's see if I can play a functional shot here. You should see lines fairly square. Let's see what we got. That's a pretty good ball flight, to be fair. It's just peeling right, but it's neutral enough. Half there, spin axis is one right. So that's what I found most effective to solve the slice. If after watching that, trying that, practicing, you still can't change that ball flight, then perhaps tailored advice is what you need. I'm available, links are below. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to see more content. Cheers.